Welcome to the show I'm Possible. I have a very special guest today, Dr. JIANG, who is a scientist by heart, who's very worked as a scientist and studied as a scientist, and who develops drugs in cancer. She's a vice president in Epizyme, and she's been working hard to find drugs for cancer. Her husband is a professor at Yale, and she has a beautiful daughter who also goes to Yale. So, as a scientist, her life, her passion has been dedicated to find drugs, and we are very excited to have her on the have here on the show. So, welcome, Dr. Jian.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Shefali. Nice to
Good
meet you.
evening. So, how are you? How's everything?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hopefully, everyone is well and we're staying away from the virus.
Yes, I know it's a very difficult time and uncharted territory where we don't know what's going to happen. I think the main thing is to just kind of stay quarantined at home and do the precautions that CDC has told us, and try to stay safe. And so our really our wish for all the viewers is to stay safe, stay at home, and take care of your family. So that's the best thing. So this show, I just want to give you a little bit background about the show. The show is to show, literally highlight people who have come here, who worked very hard to reach this incredible positions and really, reached here and worked very hard. So what I would like to do is just introduce you to the viewers and ask you questions about. Let's start from the beginning. So talk a little bit about your childhood and what you did and how you came here, your parents.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So I came here years ago, came to US for graduate school. I went to upstate New York University, obtained my PhD in molecular cell biology. Subsequently, I moved to California to California Institute of Technology, did my postdoctoral research there. Before coming back to East Coast, joined AstraZeneca and Boehringer Ingelheim before I joined Epizyme.
So tell me a little bit about, like, I know I'm from India and our cultures are very much similar as you grew up. As a woman, I know from India, it's a struggle to reach there, to become independent and a scientist. Tell me a little bit about those things that you faced in China, and then how did you make it here?
Yeah, so even before I came, made the decision to come to US to study, I was told even by family members, my grandpa said, as a girl, you should not get high degree. You should get a maximum master's degree and come back, find a husband.
Yeah, I know. We get the same thing. So what was that in your heart that made you say, no, I don't want to accept this. I want to be different. I want to study hard. What was it?
So I love the science that I was studying. I love what I did, the bench research, the study I did in the lab, and also my mother. My mother was my mentor. She herself was a medical doctor. She always asked me. So at the time when I was in school in US, I already had my boyfriend, who's my current husband. He was in PhD program. My mom always asked, challenge me. If he can do it, can you do it? I always say, yeah, I can do it. So I did it. Yeah, and I love it.
So, do you see the same dream for your daughter that she becomes whatever she wants to?
Yeah, I always encourage my daughter that you should never doubt yourself. Just do it. Follow your heart, follow your passion, follow what you want, and never consider yourself a girl or boy. You are a person who is capable of doing what you want to do.
Yeah, that's a very good thought. So, tell me a little bit about your family, your dad, do you know how you have a sibling, and how did you, when you were coming to US, what were the struggles that you faced when you come to United States, as you entered as a student?
Yeah, so I came to US years ago with $100 in my pocket that was lended to me by my professor. So we studied and it was hard. We were poor, but I think it's the dream, almost like American dream that drove us. So we know if we work hard, we study hard, we'll get to where we want to be. And we always aspire to be good scientists, to be able to do something to either, for me personally, I wanted to, my parents are both physicians, so I wanted to be close to patients. I wanted to be able to help patients as my parents did.
Yeah. And so, where you said that you came with $100, but you had that motivation to study hard, and today you are in this wonderful position of command, and you have a team that you actually lead. How does it feel, like from that journey, from coming with $100 and now you're commanding a team as a woman in this country?
Right. So I was very fortunate in my life, in my career, that I always had good mentors, women and men, and my family, my husband, very supportive. Never said no. Always say, if you want to do it, go do it. So I feel very empowered, and I try not to doubt myself. I have to admit, sometimes I do doubt myself, but I always try to talk to my colleagues, Shefali, including you, that encourages me. You encourage me to do things that I want to do. Always say, go for it. Never doubt yourself. So I do. It's not easy. It's difficult, but always trust yourself. Have support around you. You can do it.
Right. So, so another thing that I ask you, like, when you actually, this passion to do things for the patients. I have known you as a colleague, and it's very impressive to see your dedication to work late hours. Where does it come from? Like, I keep telling people that anything is possible, and so the show, I'm possible. You can actually do anything if you have that heart and courage to do it. Tell me a little bit about that, and what would you tell people around who are watching you right now?
So thank you for this is a great question. I always think of things like, so if I don't do it, if I don't work very hard, the chance of success of me reaching there is zero. If I try very hard, I still have a chance. Otherwise, if you don't do anything, just sit there, doubt yourself, you will never get there. But if you work hard enough, you may get there, right? So that's sometimes my philosophy to look at things like just do it. You have to do it. Without doing it, you will not get there. So yeah,
No,
that's
that's
where we.
great. Do you know of a story that you can actually tell me a little bit about when you had some example when it was really tough, and you want to share with the viewers how did you actually face that?
Yeah, even when I took this job at the Epizyme, it was challenging at the beginning in terms of working as VP and also work as a contributor, as individual contributors, where I have to balance, my individual contribution, also helping my group, my reports, help their career, help to develop them. It was it's a learning process where I have to reach out to different colleagues, get their input, reach out to my team members, be very honest with them, ask them to be honest with me, and we work as a team together to help each other. And that's how it went, supported me through this whole challenging period and help us reach where we want to be.
No, that's great. I think that's very impressive. Any story from childhood, like when you said, "Okay, I'm not I don't care if I'm a man or woman, I can do it." So anything that really pushed you and said, "I would love to hear anything from your younger days and how it was there anything specific that turned your life?"
So there was a I remember this story where back in China when I was growing up, we have to go buy rice every once in a while. And usually in other families, it's their son going to this store, to a local store to buy rice. Usually it's a big bag and you have to carry them, either carry them on a bicycle or carry them. And I remember my dad once said, he went to the store using a bicycle, put the rice on the back of the bicycle, and he said, "Ah, I wish I had the son. who could have done this for me, so I don't have to do it. So that hit me pretty hard, and ever since then, um, I went to buy the rice.
Wow, amazing.
And although I didn't have the skill to ride a bike with rice in the back, so I pushed the bike with the rice in the back until I was able to. I was tall enough to do that on my own. Yeah. So
That's an amazing story. Very touching. And really, really inspiring to people that if you make a determination to do something, anything, whether it's carrying a bag of rice, you can do it. You just have to make that strong determination. Tell me a little bit about your husband and how did you meet? And you said he's very supportive and he's also a professor in Yale. Tell me a little bit about him and how did you guys meet?
yeah, so we met in college. So we met back in China in college. He came to US first, a year ahead of me, and then helped me apply for the same graduate school. Um, a year later, I joined him in the same graduate school. And we always we went through the student period. We helped each other in terms of studying. We helped each other, supported each other very much throughout our both of our careers. Yeah. And if he's writing grants,
Was it love at first sight, or he had to do little work to get you?
we were friends first. Yeah, we all both love sports. So we would, as a group of friends, we would after school we would play volleyball, basketball, or he played soccer and I would go watch. And
So did
yeah,
he
we were
ask
like
you or you asked him?
teenagers.
Did he
Um,
ask you or you asked him?
it depends on who you ask. He would say I
That
did,
is true.
say he did.
uh, so, and I also know that you're a great swimmer, and you swim, and you're literally in China. You actually at a professional level. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Right. So back in China, at one period where there was no college, so you have a young person had very limited choices in terms of career. So my parents didn't want me to have a choice of going to go to hard labor or anything. They want me to have something that I can stay in the city. So I learned swimming and eventually became, they want me to have a skill. So I learned swimming and eventually went to the city team and then subsequently joined the province team, which is a professional team, and stayed there until the Chinese education system changed. And then my parents pulled me back from the professional team back to school. And it took me a while to get back to school academics. Yeah.
That's it, amazing. And there is one more secret that I want to tell the viewers. You're also the winner of 2019 Mrs. International New England, Mrs. Bharat. So I know you participated last year and you were part of that pageant and you actually won in Mrs. International. And you look gorgeous in that gown, and Yuping. So, tell me a little bit about how did you feel with this Miss Bharat platform? It's the first time in New England, and you were part of it, and you went through that journey. Tell me a little bit about that. So different.
Very so, Shefali. You're absolutely right. It was, I really enjoyed that process and enjoyed that experience. It's my first time ever walking on the tea stage, and I was shaking. And I think, but all the participants there was so supportive in the back room, even in the rehearsal. I have all this, young kids, a young model. They came to help me and help me how to walk. And Shefali, you taught me how to walk the catwalk. And it was a great experience, but I was nervous. I have to admit, I think my face was frozen just by trying to
No, it
smile.
looked gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you very much. But I think it's also part of the process where I feel like I could try. It's like if I lose, I
The
lose. It's
challenge,
like
right? The challenge.
exactly, yeah. Just to try it. Then I really enjoyed it. I really, I'm very happy that I participated.
And you won it. My God, you looked
Thank you
awesome
very
in
much.
both. Oh
It
my
was
God, the Indian dress looked like it was made for you. Tell me a little bit about your daughter and your lovely daughter. What is she doing, and what do you dream for her?
So I just wanted to her to be happy and will be doing what she loves to do. So she is currently a graduate student at Yale. She also was a swimmer and then became a very good water poloer. So she's playing water polo
Water
for,
polo, you said? That's amazing.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah. And she also loves science. Yeah.
So it's run in the blood. Dad, mom, and the daughter. That's amazing. You are a genius scientist. A couple of things before we actually end the show. One is I want you to talk about to the viewers what advice you would give. There are a lot of people who actually want to become that I am possible. They want to reach that, and they may be struggling at this point, but eventually I believe that there's always this ray of sunshine there waiting for you. So give a message to viewers about through your journey and how you actually succeeded. What would you like you to tell the youngsters or others who are trying to get this position?
Yeah, so I think my advice would be if you have a dream or if you have aspirations, go for it. Never give up. It will never be a smooth process. You will have challenges in front of you. You will have hurdles you have to go over. But work hard, get over it, get help, seek advice, seek supporters, seek mentors. They'll help you navigate your path to your aspiration. I think if you don't try, you will regret. And I think the chance will be if you don't try, the chance is zero. Uh, you should try and don't give up. You'll get there.
That's a very good advice. So, how does it feel to be a wonderful scientist, a beautiful daughter, a great wife, a great mom, and a great colleague, and a
You're
beauty pageant winner, and a great swimmer?
very kind.
Tell
You're
me
very
all. I
kind.
mean, all these qualities. What would you ask more? Like, I just can't even believe. So, how does it feel to accomplish all that?
Um, I think it's not my accomplish in one person. It's a collective. It's with friends support, family support, colleagues like you, Shefali, around me who supported me. I always feel very lucky. I feel grateful for being surrounded by people that I love. And they love me, they support me, they never hesitate to point out what I did wrong, which I appreciate very much. Very honest with me. That's where I feel very fortunate.
No, I know this is great. And this platform, that Janak Bedi and Rashmi Bedi actually has created really is amazing because the show I'm Possible highlights how people struggle and they actually, like you said, you had just $100 when you came here, you worked hard, and you became this great person. And so what we would like to do with this show is just highlight that wonderful journey that can inspire other people. So while they are actually going through this journey, they don't feel demotivated and they can actually use the examples of the story and work hard and achieve because I think there's always a silver lining and people just achieve that. Before I end the show, I also, as a physician and you as a scientist, would like to tell people that this is a time when it's very uncertain. We would like to wish safety to all the viewers. We would like to ensure that they actually stay at home. Please follow all CDC guidelines. Wash your hand. Use sanitizer. Try to stay away from social gathering. As much as you can, please stay home. Try to take care of your kids, especially your elderly folks who are at the greater risk for this coronavirus. And please get sequestered. If you have some symptoms like pneumonia, cough, fever, you should reach out to your primary care. Try to see if you can get tested. And if you are positive, it's not the end of the world. You should get proper treatment and try to get sequestered. So our goal for this show is not only highlight that, but also provide this public message. So, what do you think? I mean, you're a scientist and you see this you know about this virus that we talk about all the time. Give a little bit thought about coronavirus yourself.
Shefali, I couldn't agree you more. I think it is a virus. It's with uncertain version uh, to be scared of it. I think just practice common sense and seek help if you have symptoms. Otherwise, just be cautious and stay home, but no need to be scared. I think that's not going to help. I think people will be around here. There will be medical help to support you. I also want to thank this
Yeah, I
platform.
think
Thank all
I
the
think you have a
people.
great point.
Uh,
Glad get
Thank you very
a great
much.
point. And I think to do that, but so hello.
Yeah. Sorry, you are breaking
Yeah,
up a
so
little.
I wanted to yeah out a little bit, but thank you so much for the show and really appreciate all your kind advice. Good luck and bye.
Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
the organizers of the platform.